Welcome everyone to the Minecraft Hardcore Challenge for March 2020, where this month we are going to be living in a spruce forest, a mega taiga. So obviously I'm going to head out and collect some wood. The challenge this month is to A, eat only mushroom stew, and B, to use the plentiful resources in the area in which to build something nice. Actually, I might as well collect some mushrooms here. And mushrooms should easily grow for an omega taiga. It's too like this type of stuff. So here we go, 5. See if there are any red mushrooms around. Now I need to head to low numbers for building. I am already at low. Let's see, minus 68. That would be this way. You need to head to minus 68 and negative 9. That's right. That'll be this way then. Minus 68 minus 9. There's a minus 9 bits. So, oopsie daisy. This is where we want to go and head out this way. Ooh, minus 68. Yeah. This looks like the spot I was asked to build at. I will put that there just to say I claimed this spot. So we are going to have some mossy cobble and spruce. They seem to be the two main things that we need here, and we're expected to build here. Oh, and that's a red mushroom. I'm going to let that grow for a little while. See if it could spread out. This is, what do they call that stuff? Yeah. Podzol. Yes, Podzol. That's the name of it. So let me start clearing out some of this area here. Now, obviously, I can't remain above ground for the first night because we know there are going to be nasty things around, and I'll probably have to get some iron to make things easier and some regular cobble, non-mossy. The mossy cobble will come in handy for building, of course, because the challenge does say to utilize mossy cobble. The local resources, I should say. It says, build something cool using the abundant natural resources. Right. So that's what we need to remember. Actually, might as well do a few of these. Get that there. Good, because we're inevitably going to need that. We're inevitably going to be needing that. Plop this down and make sure that we have one of those, and of course we will need a pickaxe also at some point. No, we don't need that. Good, those are the main things that we're going to be needing. Good, so let's just start taking care of a few of these trees. We're going to need to clear out some of this area just so that we could have a place to build. Now, obviously, it would have to be some sort of spruce building that we'll be building. Because, I mean, we do have all of the spruce trees here, and the question is, what will fall under the definition of cool? That's always the tricky bit. Defining cool. So I still have to think on that, and no brilliant things come to me. I think someplace nice to live is probably more in my line there. Coming up with weird builds, and of course there are also some of those weird things that I have done in the past because temples and the like. if you've ever seen any of my other series, you know I do have a tendency to build those things. What else would be nice to build? And yeah, it's going to take me a while in order to figure out the best thing to build for this series. Now, of course, something that will keep me from getting killed by creepers would be really, really nice because creepers are always a problem in the MHC. I have probably been killed by creepers more times by any other mob. There are some other mobs that have killed me. Probably the second worst ones from that point of view has to have been baby zombies. I know at least twice where I did, especially in the early days, where I got killed by baby zombies. Creepers, well, I think I pretty much lost count of how many times they've been my demise in an MHC. Like the one I think was in January where, like, oh, let's find the only spawnable spot and all the way around and then jump on top of the player. I'm sure if you've seen any of stuff, you know I am not exactly appreciative of of creepers. Just don't like them. All right, I will save those for a while. Let's see, I've got some spruce saplings. I've got 5 saplings. That's enough for a moment. Yeah, I've got plenty of trees here, so I'm not going to worry too much about that. Once I have a decent axe, I could maybe see if I have to take down any of those trees. Good. Ah, good. Now I am probably going to have to take at least one of the red mushrooms because one of the challenges for this month is that we are only allowed to eat mushroom stew. Personally, I think they should have allowed suspicious stew. It could be that the challenge, I think it's because the challenge was written before suspicious stew was a thing, most likely. But suspicious stew, essentially you need the same ingredients as a mushroom stew, except with a little bit more. But unfortunately, that didn't exist when they wrote the challenge, so well, that exemption is not in existence. That's the problem is when you have a slightly dated MHC, because sometimes the MHCs, they take a little bit of while before they get brought up, because this was the oldest of the challenges that was on the wheel when it was spun. Oh, no, no! No! Ah! Oh! Speak of baby... Good grief! See what I mean about baby zombies? Zombie flesh is pretty much useless this month since we're not... Unlike most months, we aren't allowed to eat that, so it no longer has an exemption there. So obviously there are a couple of dark spots around here. It's not as quite as bad as a jungle or something like that, but it has a couple of bad spots in it. That's going to be typical, I guess. How if I get down here now for a moment, and this is where I'm going to start digging. Hello there. And of course, we're not allowed to eat sheep or anything like that, even in a regular MHC. So, of course, that goes double this month since only allowed to eat mushroom stew. Now, I tend to be rather careful in my use of energy, so that's the reason why I've decided to let the mushroom stew grow there a little bit. Now, let's see. I think the sun will probably start going down soon, so let's start setting up my shop. I'll probably have a good underground area beneath the main base at some point. There you go. Now we can properly put things up. Good. Why is it? Why can I see? Why am I able to see? No idea. Make sure there are no sources of light or anything like that. Good. Oh, I am going to be. Oh, I have exactly 8 cobble. Now you say, why am I making a furnace before I... Well, that is a excellent question. You would think that I would be making stone tools first, but alas, I thought about that right after I made the furnace. All right, there you go. Let's see, we want one of these, so I could get my usual torches up since this isn't Mage Rage, so I can't just plop a lantern out of nowhere. All right, good. Now I can see. Good. Why did I get... Okay. I'm sure I did something wrong there. All right. Now, I'm pretty sure I did something wrong there. With that, oh, let's just throw that into there, that in there, and that way when I mine, I'm guaranteed to get lots and lots of coal, right? Oh, actually, stone tools. Good. And while I'm at it, let's get a shovel. I usually oh, I can't make a shovel yet because I don't have enough stone. Well, I can make a shovel now. Now let's see. I'm at 63, so I could get down to iron level and things would be nice. Let's see. Should I do anything with granite? How well does granite work with stuff in here? Now, it is underground, so we do have... Ooh, there we go. There's some... See, the surest way to sum it up, coal is to... Yeah, I know. Coal is real common all over the place. Doesn't need anything special to sum it up. But I had one MHC where I just went through the whole thing, never got any coal, and deleted it without posting it because it was just so boring and bad because 0 coal. That was in a treeless challenge, so I couldn't make charcoal either. That was just awful, actually. There you go. Oh, that's right, because I'm going to be grabbing this one anyway. Good. And you get lots and lots and lots of coal, plenty of stuff in which to keep things lit. There you go. Yeah, and we'll grab that and that. Good. Well, that became less useful as things went along, and actually now I've got this granite that I said I probably won't be needing. I just match that there and everything will be fine. Yeah, all right, do it that way. Now, let's do something useful like find iron. Now, let's see. This is, of course, 20-minute episodes that we are going to have because episodes go from sun up to sun up. And that means that when we tick over to day 1, actually it goes from the day number that you see because I'm using Batty's coordinate data pack in order to do that. You're not supposed to use too much in the way of mods in this, but there's an old tradition of allowing Batty's mod back when, even back when Batty's was a mod instead of just a data pack. So by extension, you could use this data pack because they often give coordinates in these MHCs because they want you to do something specific, like tell you where a village is or tell you where you do your build as they do this month. or tell you where you could find some horses if you have a horse challenge. All sorts of things that they could do, and it makes it a whole lot easier to do that if you can easily find your coordinates. So I always run the MHC with the coordinates pack. All right, let's see. And I think this is low, definitely low enough in order to find plenty of iron, right? Right. All right, let's see. We are at the 15-minute point. That means I got another few minutes left. Probably just dig in here until I have found the, there we go, boom. Well, there's a dark spot nearby, but I think their definition of nearby is pretty broad here. I don't know if I'll have anything I could do with diorite or granite, but we will check that at some point. Now, I have to make sure that I am able to find my mine each time because I want to be able to find it quickly. Actually, here's -9 right here, so that means this is in the direction of the camp. That's interesting. Finding an underground location that leads to the camp. That would be, whether that's good or bad to have in the long run, I don't know, but well, so much of that. But perhaps I can go down here, get under to it, so that when I start to dig a basement, I'll be able to find that again. Me, the only thing I could think of building is a house, because I mean, what else can you build out in a taiga that I can think of? Ooh, this isn't a good place for a lighthouse or anything like that, because who builds a lighthouse in the middle of a forest? Now, you might have a ranger watch station or something like that, one of those stations where you keep a lookout for forest fires and the like. That's something that you can do that might be interesting in there. But if you're going to have a ranger watchtower, you might as well have the ranger station next to it. So let's build a ranger station then. I guess that would be something. Here to protect the area. And it's either that or a druid's home or something. I don't know if Taiga is too much of a druidy area, though. I say a ranger watch station because if you have a dry summer or something like this, I could understand a Taiga gets hot enough and all that stuff. You could maybe get wildfires or something like that. So something to detect wildfires and to monitor them, and if necessary. Ah, iron! Good. Good. A nice, decent vein of it, too. Yes, a nice ranger watch station then to help in the fire monitoring system that they have there to make sure that you don't have fires getting out of control and all the like. I think I'm beginning to like that idea. So you have the ranger station along with perhaps a home where the ranger will be staying or something like this if they're there for an extended amount of time. So I could see turning that into a little bit of a small house on top of, at least a place to sleep in emergencies and the like, and all sorts of things like that. Good. Now, I will probably also need a way to get some large mushrooms. That means, unfortunately, the only ways I could... Oh, wait. I've been thinking of... There are ways to get mushrooms, and that is all these saplings I get, I could use that to get bone meal from a... Yeah, I could get bone meal using a composter. And once I get that, this is at 98. And okay, it's only about 32 away from where I need to go for there. There you go. And this is the end of the episode. We return next time. We are going to try to get back to my base without getting blown up by a creeper. And if we manage to do that, we can all cheer. And meanwhile, I'll let this cook, and I'll see you for the next episode of the Minecraft Parkour Challenge for March 2020.